You know, since the beginning of time, it seems you've heard it's time to change your clocks and time to change your smoke detector batteries. Yeah, but this message is changing. So what is going on with your smoke detector / smoke alarm? Well, to talk about that today is Matt Grosclose, fire and life safety educator with the Greensboro Fire Department. We're glad you're here.
Thank you for having me.
While smoke detectors are going to be the jumping off point for today, he's here to answer your questions as well. So if you have a question that really you can only ask a firefighter to answer that question, what we want you to do is text that question 336-379-5775. We're going to be answering your questions right here on Who Wants to Know. But remember, your questions are anonymous, so we want you to ask what you need to know. Okay, Matt, let's first talk about why the message is changing about the batteries with the smoke detector or smoke alarm.
Well, the simple answer is that technology is changing. A lot of the smoke alarms that are coming out nowadays come with 10-year lithium-ion batteries. We call them long-lasting. They can last up to 10 years, and you don't have to replace them. So you put the smoke alarm in the house, and then you don't have to worry about it again until it beeps and you know that it needs replaced.
Gotcha. Okay, so let's talk about this. A lot of people will say, I've got a smoke alarm in my house. A is not enough. So how many smoke alarms do we really need? Where do they need to be?
Well, one is certainly better than none, but you should have at least one on every floor. You should have one in every sleeping area. And that would include anywhere like a basement if someone stayed down there, or a living room, because sometimes you take a nap on the couch.
All right, so let's take a look at those graphics so that we can show folks at home exactly where your smoke alarm should be in your home, because a lot of people think that it needs to be in the kitchen. That is not the case.
Yeah, exactly. If you take a look at the basement here, some people do have a secondary living space down there. In the first floor, you can keep it in the hallway or the living room. You also want to make sure that you don't want to put it in the bathroom. Sometimes the steam from the shower can set it off. And you don't want it too close to your stove and oven in the first floor. And then the second floor, as we mentioned earlier, every bedroom and in the hallway.
And in the hallway. Okay, so again, in every single bedroom, you need that smoke detector, and right outside, like right in that hallway area?
Absolutely.
Okay, and we don't want it in the kitchen because?
You're probably going to have some smoke from cooking, a little bit of steam. You don't want to set it off.
Okay, all right. So we covered the whole smoke detector where it should be. Let's talk about how we need to test the smoke alarm.
So you can test your smoke alarms once a month to make sure that they're working. You just hit the little test button, it beeps 3 times, and then you're done.
Okay, so, and you need to test that smoke alarm every month?
That's correct. We just want to make sure that they're working. It's not going to hurt it. It gives you that peace of mind as well. Okay,
and also on this graphic we're showing that smoke alarms, they expire after about 10 years?
They do.
Okay, so show me on the smoke detector, a lot of people at home are going to be like, I don't know how old this smoke detector is.
So on this alarm in particular, it shows you on the back the date of manufacture. You always add 10 years to that. So this one we can see was manufactured in 2018. So if my math's correct, it's good for about another 4.5 years.
Okay, and so you need to only take that down once and just maybe, you know, kind of give yourself an idea of, oh, in this year, this smoke detector needs to go.
Sometimes people will even write the year that it expires on the outside of the smoke alarm. That way they know, hey, this is going to need replaced in 2025.
Gotcha, okay. All right, the last time some folks bought smoke alarms, like I know me, I bought them online.
Ooh.
Okay, and so there's some things you need to know about that, because so many of us are buying things online because Amazon is just that easy and just that convenient. So what do we need to know about that?
Well, first off, that can be really dangerous because you need to have a smoke alarm that has been tested in a lab and is approved by the NFPA, which is the National Fire Protection Association. You want to make sure that they work. Smoke alarms is not a thing that you want to cut corners on to save money, because they save lives.
So we need to be looking for a certain like logo or something that goes along with that?
It will say that it's been lab tested and approved by the NFPA.
NFPA, okay. What if we don't have any smoke alarms that are working in our house, or maybe the place that we rent? What can we do here in Guilford County?
Good question. So actually, for residents in the city of Greensboro, if you're a homeowner, the fire department will come around and install new smoke alarms for you. Now, if you have an older home, they're going to take the battery operated ones with the long lasting. If you have a newer home that was built after 1999, they're hardwired, and we can talk about that. If anybody needs to give me a call, they can call me at the office. I'm sure we have it on the bottom here. Our smoke alarm line is 336-373-2576. It's the first thing I do every morning when I come in the office, is help people get working smoke alarms in their homes.
All right, let's talk about this, because a lot of us do have the smoke alarms that are just interconnected in the house. I mean, that they were there, they all work together.
Correct, and that's in those Homes that were built after 1999, there's a huge advantage to those because when one alarm goes off, the rest of them go off in the house. So if you're sleeping in your bedroom in another portion of the house and there's a fire, say, down in the living room, that alarm goes off, they all go off. So it makes things even safer.
Okay. Same thing with that, though. We need to test them every month?
You do as well.
Okay.
And they also have batteries that need to be changed throughout time.
Why is it that the battery always wants to chirp at 3 o'clock in the morning?
Murphy's Law, just bad luck, right?
It is for sure. All right, and when we're looking for a smoke alarm, there are different kinds of smoke alarms?
That's correct. So you have different manufacturers. So Kidde and First Alert are the biggest ones that I can think of right off the bat. They can be purchased at any local hardware store, Lowe's and Home Depot especially.
Okay, but we don't need to look, like some of them do high smoke and some of them do the low smoke or something of that nature?
Well, there's two different kinds and they're going to pick up different ways that the light is coming towards it and from the smoke. Both are going to work. If you have additional questions, you can give me a call.
All right. What we're going to do, we're going to take a quick break. I'm already seeing that you guys are texting in your questions. We're going to answer those questions when we come back.